Hey, what's up, my Dragon Legion? Hi, y'all been. So, hello, Dragoons. Today, I'm going to be doing a deck update video of my current, somewhat dauntless DOTE Kagero deck profile. Now, the reason I'm saying somewhat dauntless is because it does have straight up DOTE, but I can definitely say I have some dauntless cards, but not straight up. But other than like a card or two, this deck is pretty much well built. I like the way how the deck is currently right now at the moment. It does do very well, shocking to say, with only like the one or two cards I'm currently missing right now, especially right now, because down where I play Vanguard, there's like a lot of people coming out of nowhere who are also now into Vanguard. We got Aquaforce running around, we got Nova Grapplers, another Kagero player, we've got Link Jokers are slowly coming. All these crazy decks all of a sudden now are part of what I play now, and it's very good. I got this deck somewhat complete in time, because this deck right here definitely needs to be as best, because everyone is playing straight up competitive decks and everyone's like doing a great job doing what they're doing in Vanguard, despite the fact that most of them only started just 2 months ago right now, and yet already they got a good grasp of what the game's all about. They got a good grasp of how to run a functional deck, and already they can already go toe-to-toe with most other good decks right now at the moment. So I got this deck just in time when those people start becoming good. And without further ado, let's get right straight to the deck profile right now. Shall we, Dragoons? Alright, start off with the starting Vanguard. We have one Lizard Soldier Conroe. Conroe, he's like your ideal starting Vanguard. He's not banned right now. He is banned in OCG, but he's not banned yet in TCG. I think in September he'll finally be banned. I don't know yet. Conroe, I'm gonna miss him when he's banned, but once he gets banned, worst case scenario, we'll just replace the Red Pulse Draco Kid, and he should be just fine right after that. So one Lizard Soldier Conroe, starting Vanguard, obviously. And for our trigger lineup, we have, of course, the 4 heal triggers. No explanation why these cards are in here for, because it's your 4 heals. Now, if you Dragoons have been watching my Vanguard videos from the very get-go, you Dragoons will know that I have a tendency to do my trigger lineup very oddly and very differently compared to most Kagero deck profiles. Like, I always change them up a little bit. I always do the 6/6. I always do either the 6/6. I always do or the 8 critical, 4 draw, or the 4/4/4. All that crazy good such. But in my personal opinion, my favorite thing right now with this deck right here is the 6 critical and the 4 and the 6 draw lineup right here. This is my favorite lineup of all lineups right here. Now, the reason why I like this lineup right here than all other lineups right here, because this puts me in equal balance with how I like to play this deck right here. I want to be aggressive and be able to hit my criticals at the same time, so I can get as much damage to my opponent as fast as possible. But at the same time, I want to have some draw triggers so I can draw into my stuff and get to my very good cards a lot easier, a lot faster, all that good such. So this is why I like playing the 6/6 right here. It evenly balances everything. I don't like stands. Like, stands were okay with this deck at one point, but after a little while, I definitely prefer going back to the 6/6, because this seems to be what I mostly prefer a lot. This seems to be one of my favorite mechanics to do when it comes to this game right here. So I like sticking with the 6/6 right now at the moment. So 6/6 is good to me right now at the moment. So, and my dog is being a nuisance. Ruby, no, stop. Sorry. So yeah, 6/6. That's what I'm doing right here. Doing this. That's it for the trigger lineup. For the grade 1 lineup, I'm doing the 4 bars. Rather or not, you can get away with playing less than 4 bars when it comes to Kagero. Once Conroe gets banned, I think, in my opinion, you have to play, unless you're playing Steel Dragons or Neuro Subclan, whatever such of a Kagero. In my opinion, you have to play straight up 4 bars once Conroe gets banned, because Conroe was like your ideal guy to get your bars whenever you can, and unless you have a specific good reason why you don't want to play bars, if you're playing like regular Kageros like DOTE, for example, you need to play max bars just for the occasion of avoiding just for the opportunity to see him as much as you possibly can, and still be able to do your stuff with bars as you always can. And then the 4 Perfect Guards, cause Perfect Guard, no explanation why that's important. And then the 4 Dragon Monk Gojo. I tried this deck with less than 4. for before, it does okay. But until I get my hands on some cards in particular that can make up for that, I think I'm better off with just sticking with 4 monks. Monks is very good for this deck right here. I can use it as a decent backup booster for backup of bar, or I can use them as something to help me get my stuff a lot easier. Use effect, rest them to pitch a card, draw a card, all that typical good such. And then to finish off the grade 1 lineup, we have the two Flame of Hope Ammos. I like Ammo right here because he's kind of like Monk, only except he's like, is both things combined. Like the only thing that does kind of suck about him is that the fact his power is a little bit weaker, so he's not that well as a booster compared to Monk. And you're not always going to be able to land in your attacks, so you're not going to be able to get the best of 2 worlds as much as you think you is. But he is there when he is there, and he's just there for a backup booster, helps you get your stuff going like crazy good such. So Ammo's pretty good right here. I like Ammo right here, and that's all I'm really doing for the trigger lineup, or for the grade 1 lineup, pardon me. And that's it for the grade 1s. For the grade 2s, this is what I'm doing right now at the moment. I'm playing 3 Burning Horn Dragons. Now, I'm playing 3 Burning Horns and still 4. The reason why is such because, keep in mind, this deck is Dauntless DOTE Kagero, so there is a likely small possibility your Vanguard will become Dauntless Dry Dragon, but he won't be Dragon Overlord nor Dragon Overlord at the end. So when that happens, your Burning Horn Dragon won't become as reliable as you would want him to be. So you only want to play 3 of him just for consistency reasons and such when that happens. If this was straight up DOTE, Max Dragon Overlords and Max Dragon Overlord at the end, then I would definitely play this card at 4. But keep in mind, we're playing Dauntless, so we have to play this card at 3. And Ruby, stop! Ruby! Sorry. Next we have 3 Bellicossi Dragons, just to help you get your cards face down, damage face up. And still 4 Burning Berserk Dragons. I'm going back to 3 Berserk Dragons, just again for consistency reasons, because I do need, like, I see 1 just fine by playing just 3 Burning Horn Berserk Dragons, all that crazy good such. So by playing 3 Berserk Dragons, I still remain field presence and field control against my opponent, and still be able to do some stuff as I normally do with this deck right here. And to finish out the grade 2 lineups is just 2 grade 2 10k vanillas, just to help me get my stuff going, help me keep doing what I normally do with this deck right here. I like this right here because it also allows me to have a decent 10, just for the reasons of, in case I do have Dauntless in my Vanguard and I have no one to ride on top of Dauntless Dragon, I'll have a 10k vanilla instead of a 9k vanilla, so I can still get some stuff going as I possibly can. So, which is always pretty good, appreciative, all that good such. And that's it for the grade 2 lineup. Now for the grade 3 lineup. Now, let's get these 4 cards out of the way. I'm playing 3... Where is this? There we go. I'm playing 3 Dragon Overlords and 1 Dauntless Dry Dragon. Big shout out to my buddy, the Magician Master 100, aka Zeldin. Shout out to you, buddy. Thank you very much. He really worked hard for me, helped me get this card right here. Thank you so much, buddy. It really means a lot to me. 1 down, 3 more to go. 1 Dauntless Dry Dragon and 3 Dragon Overlord at the end. I only have 1 Dauntless Dry Dragon right now at the moment. So what I'm doing right here with this deck right here is an idea that I once said a while back ago. I know it's a neg 1 like most people would say, but when I do this combo right, it does become worth it right here. What I like to do with this deck right here is do this. Say Dragon Overlord is my current Vanguard. What I would do is ride Dauntless Dry Dragon on top of Dragon Overlord, and then next turn I would do a cross break ride him on top of Dauntless Dry Dragon, so that way he'll still get the cross ride from the Dragon Overlord and still the break ride as well from Dauntless Dry Dragon, and he'll become a 23 beater that can potentially attack 3 times total by himself, which is very fantastic. So that's why I'm trying to do this deck right here. If I find 1 more Dauntless Dry Dragon, I'll evenly balance out the thing, so I can be able to do my strategy more often, so I can do more crazy loopy-loopy, all that crazy good such. But I really like this right here, and if I find out, obviously when I get more Dauntless Dry Dragons, I will take all the Overlords out and put in Max Dauntless for obvious reasons, because I think that's like the way to go when it comes to DOTE right now. But even if you're on tight budget, even if you are on a tight budget, just straight up DOTE can still work just fine as long as you know how to play the deck properly. I just really want to play Dauntless DOTE because I think that's like the way to go if you're playing this deck right here. Maybe I could be wrong. don't take my word for it. I could be obviously wrong. So hopefully this idea works out for me. So far it has been working out pretty well. So hopefully let's keep this idea alive. And of course, to finish off the entire deck profile, your ideal main winning card of the entire deck, Dragon Overlord at the end. What a big, huge, powerful, aggressive card. Counter Blast 1 card. Counter Blast 2 cards. Pitch Gunner, copy hit, otherwise known as Persona Blast. When his unit attack is hit, stand right back up, and he just goes back right in to drill in more attacks to your opponent. And the best part, when you do your break ride, this dude can whop into your opponent with some huge amounts of power, make your opponent waste up some huge resources right here. Now this is definitely very good in my end because that one Kagero player in particular I was talking about earlier, he has played Novel Voyage, so this is very important for me to do this right here because if I don't take care of my opponent while that Kagero player as fast as I possibly can, that Novel is going to take huge advantage over me, and if I don't perform the cross break ride, it's going to have some huge massive effects on me. So this is why I'm doing what I'm doing right here. And that right there was my somewhat Dauntless DOTE Kagero deck profile. I'm really glad the way how the deck is right now at the moment. I'm really glad the amount of improvements the deck has gone through since the last time I've done a deck profile of this deck right here. And there are some future things I do plan on doing in the near future. One of the guys did say he's got a crap load of Kagero Steel Dragons, so if we work out a good deal, I could be that much closer of finally doing a Steel Dragon Kagero deck profile, so I can have an actual Steel Dragon deck to play around, all that good such. If I pick up 3 copies of a Pacific Norokami Dragon I'm looking for, I can finally put together a Norokami following Saber Dragon that I've always wanted to be doing. That deck looks really great, fantastic. Can't wait to get that deck together and all that crazy good such. And once I get those decks out of the way, I'll be focusing on finally putting together some Tachikaze decks that I've always wanted to put together. I've always had this likeness for Tachikazes. They look really great. I love the fact how dinosaurs and dragons can just be like merged together and be like heretics of Yu-Gi-Oh! All that crazy good such. So I can't wait to put Tachikaze together. And I can't wait for the Legion mechanic to become a thing because Depth Brawlers just look wow, fantastic. Especially that there's a Brawler Dragonic Kaiser familiar for the deck, which looks fantastically destructive. And even the Kageros are going to get their own new subclan with Legion as well. So I can't wait to see how that works out. Expect a lot of things weird coming on for this channel right here, Dragoons. Hopefully we get some cool things going. And with that being said, let me know what you Dragoons think about this deck profile in the comment section down below. And I'll see you Dragoons around. Hope you Dragoons enjoyed this video. Leave a like and a favorite if you did. And subscribe today to become part of the Dragon Legion Alliance. And I'll see you Dragoons another day. Christian Dragoon, signing out. Peace.